Hello, everybody. I'm obviously back with another message, as always. Now, please don't mind the visible fatigue in my eyes. I am very tired and retired, but it happens. There's days where you sleep, there's days where you don't really sleep. It is what it is. But anyways, the message of the day is about pleasing God. Now, I think this message will be a bit shorter than usual, but you know, we do what's necessary. So we'll be reading from two scriptures today. Hebrews 13, chapter 13, verse 16, and Proverbs 16, verse 7. Now, Hebrews 13:16 goes, "Do not neglect to do good and to share what you have, for such sacrifices are pleasing to God." Now, why did I pick this passage? The first thing I want to mention is the energy that is put into and that is around pleasing God versus, for example, pleasing people. Now, I think there's nothing wrong with wanting to make people happy, but there is definitely something about people pleasing that is not healthy, in the sense that by trying to please people, depending on the situation, but a lot of the time, you're mostly pleasing people based off of worldly desires that don't always align with your faith. Some might please people by, drinking at parties or doing things that they don't really want to do, but that they may do to fit in, right? Peer pressure and things like that. But what I really like about this passage is how, yeah, I mean, even the way it starts off, do not neglect to do good and to share what you have. It's not forceful. It's not, I don't know, give me this, and you'll have this, or if you don't give me this, then you won't have this. It's just general recommendation and appeasing. I don't really know how to describe it. I don't really have the word, but I think you get what I'm trying to say. It's it's just a good way to approach things. It's very healthy. Now again, with God, instructions are always very simple, always very precise. It's not always about, what you can get out of it. But it's about sharing what you have, sharing love, helping somebody when you can, not neglecting to do good around you, and just simple things, simple acts of kindness that are just good, you know. In general, I think there's nothing wrong that can come out of pleasing God. It's always from a place of, like I said, I don't know. I don't have the word to describe it, but it just comes from a good place. The lack of words to describe it, I think really just shows how different it is. Proverbs 16, 7. When a man's ways please the Lord, he makes even his enemies to be at peace with him. Now, this goes to show that when you please God, when you please the Lord, there's only good that can come from it. Now, it's not that you'll never face adversity or things like that, but if you pleasing him can even make your enemies be at peace with him or at peace with you, it just goes to show, generally speaking, how well intentioned the principle of pleasing God is. I think a lot of the time when you people please, it may involve humiliating yourself, humiliating someone else. Like I said, it's not always well intentioned, but God, again, never asks us to do things that are unreasonable. It's always very precise, always very concise, but also very healthy, you know? And yeah, ultimately, what I'm trying to get to is in order to live a healthier life, not only for yourself, but for the people around you, right? By doing these things God at least expects from us, life is just better in general, you know? Again, like I said, I just don't have the specific words to describe it, but in short, I think these two scriptures show how, like I said, well oriented pleasing God is and how genuinely good it is. And I want to encourage you guys to, focus on that rather than focusing on pleasing people. Now, again, you can make people happy, you can, try and put a smile on people's faces, but it should come from the right place. Just be careful who you're trying to please, and just also be aware of the general energy and intention behind that pleasing. If you look out for that, I think you can very quickly see what is good or bad pleasing. So yeah, like I said, I am pretty tired, but yeah, the message had to come out one way or the other. I'll definitely be in greater spirits. Now, it's not that I'm in bad spirits, I'm just tired. But yeah, I'll definitely come with a bit more energy in the next one. So yeah.